So, for starters, happy birthday, Virgo. And if you're looking at my face and you're hearing the sound of my voice, then you should already kind of know what this is. But just in case if you're a little confused, so we're going to do a I'm so super single romance kind of love situation. Um, I'm only doing y'all first, really. I feel like this is gonna sound bad, but I'm only doing y'all first, really, because I want to get back into the swing of like showing favoritism to the signs via their birthday, via their like sign in the season that I'm in. And that was something that I used to find joy in doing because then it allowed me to focus and show favoritism on each individual sign during their season because I be feeling like in my own mind I'll be showing a lot of favoritism to my sign. So I don't know why I felt like I wanted to get back into this today, but happy birthday, happy season to you guys. And yeah, I kind of just wanted to start with you first. So of course I wanted to just jump in, jump out real quick. Just in case if you're new here, hi, my name is B. If you're accustomed to being here, hello, 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 welcome back. Okay, so let's kind of just jump in. This is gonna be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I also just ordered me some food, so I want to see if I can do this in a timely fashion to where I can include the message and my food is probably like down the street. So let's see how fast or not we can get this done. Give me a couple of cards for my Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Okay, for the single life, what do they need to know being single? Is there anyone new coming in? Are they blocking and hindering themselves? Okay, what might need to be known? What do we might need? We do have the Nine of Swords here, though. So I will say it feels like, are you sabotaging yourself? Are you self-sabotaging? Are you like super worried and stressed out about stuff that isn't there, Virgo? You know you can have a tendency to kind of like, I won't say it's irrational because you genuinely be thinking about the way that things can go left just as opposed to how things can go right. You genuinely be looking at the flaws of the situation instead of looking at what makes this situation or person or instance fill in the blank here imperfectly perfect. So I see you stressing, I see you thinking a lot. When it comes to this feels like someone in your energy. I'm not gonna hold you. This feels like for some of you I'm picking up there is someone in your energy. Now whether you like consciously or unconsciously want them, whether you lying to yourself or not, this feels like there's someone in your energy that you if aren't still worried about reconnecting with and being with. This feels like worried and stressed and still mentally burdened by things not working out with someone. I'm hearing I was patient or I'm being patient. Take it for how it resonate. So either you're being patient for somebody to come back around because there's still some Ten of Pentacles energy that you're still holding on to, or this is you again being still like worried and anxious because or still just burdened by thoughts of this because maybe there was a level of stability, home, family, life that you wanted with this person, and for whatever reason maybe the efforts that you was putting into this connection wasn't really working, but you were being patient with it, or you were being patient with them. Yeah, Four of Wands down at the bottom of the deck. So this could be something that ended disharmoniously. You could maybe have had a home with this person. You maybe could have maybe been talking about family and marriage with this person. Maybe you were married and it ended in divorce. Maybe you were living together and things went sour. Maybe you still want to live together with this King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles side by side. If you know me, you know I like to count up. So that's the Ten of Pentacles energy. But this feels like, again, not Ten of Pentacles energy with the King of Pentacles here. This feels like whoever was the masculine energy, doesn't have to be a man, doesn't have to be a woman, or however. Again, masculine and feminine energy is within all of us, right? But this feels like whoever was the masculine energy within this connection kind of failed to, what feels like, put their money where their mouth is, take the initiative on the stability, failed to show up as stable, failed to be able to reap the fruits of their labor. Maybe this is somebody who talked a lot about wanting family, marriage, life, stability, and all the things, but it's like, but they had nothing to show for it. That's kind of what I'm channeling. I'm picking up Sagittarius energy here with this Temperance here. This also can manifest as someone who, again, if this isn't your energy or like this isn't resonating, this can also be someone who themselves, when they think of you, are boggled down. I'm about to clarify to get the specifics, but again, I'm throwing a lot of in the air. Just catch what you can. If this isn't your thoughts, if this isn't you being boggled down with thoughts of this, if this isn't you still being worried, anxious, and waiting around for someone, there's someone who's anxious when it comes to you, because they understand that despite how much they tried to show up as a king of pentacles, how despite how much they tried to show up masculine, stable, and all of this shit, they failed and they dropped the ball with this nine of pentacles. Take it for how it resonates. This is someone who is anxious because they know that you were patient with them. Take it for how it resonates. Who is this anxious energy? What is this anxious energy for my super single? Because see, I'm asking about y'all. That's why I said I would hate to think that this is someone, because again, this is supposed to be for my singles, not for my I'm single but I'm kind of still holding on. This feel like I'm single but I'm still holding on. This is supposed to just be for my singles. So give me this nine of swords. This is Virgo. Whose energy is this? And this nine of swords energy, whose energy is this? Two of swords is reversed. The Fool card is reversed. The Four of Cups is on top of that. Not of Swords. Yeah, I was kind of picking it up. I'm gonna be honest, Virgo. I think you might be super, super single, right? Despite whether or not you want to get back with someone or not. This honestly feels like their energy. I'm not gonna lie. This feels like they might want to say something to you. They might want to speak to you. Or again, this could be your energy, Virgo. Take it for how it resonates. Okay. But honestly, whoever this is in this anxious energy, this is how you're gonna know who it is, right? This is them anxious because they haven't made a decision. They're nervous to make a decision. They're nervous to take a leap of faith when it comes to something here, because they don't want to be rejected. Take it by resonate. If this is you, then you'll know, because there's either something you want to say, something you want to do, right? Knight of Swords down at the bottom of the deck, Virgo. If this is your energy here in this King of Pentacles energy here, maybe this is you taking a lot of initiative. Maybe you took a lot of initiative in the relationship with someone, okay? But somebody didn't show up as the King of Pentacles, Virgo. If this is you, this is you feeling like you had to take a lot of the initiative. You had to bring a lot of the structure. You had to bring a lot of the stability. You had to bring a lot of the umph, and a lot of the energy you brought to it. The fruits of your labor wasn't paid off. You were patient with them. You tried to show up as stability as you can, even if you are a woman. It's like, motherfucker, I still showed up as the breadwinner. I still showed up as the provider in our household, even as the woman in the relationship. And as a man in the relationship, maybe it's like I tried to show up the best way that I could. But again, my efforts went unappreciated, right? The fruits of my labor didn't go anywhere. I tried to be patient with my partner. I tried to, you know what I'm saying, really work with them. They still kind of had some anxieties. They still kind of had their own shit going on. But this feels like I said, whoever is the one with this anxiety, it feels like the anxiety is because someone is unable to make the decision to take a leap of faith, because they either don't want to be rejected, or because there is something in front of them that they don't want to see. My voice is going out right now. So it does feel like a communication blocker, because I've been doing videos and readings and shit all day, and my voice is just now feeling like I'm about to lose it. So even though you're single, Virgo, it feels like you either nervous to put yourself back out there. So even as a single person, it's like there could be someone that is coming in for you, or maybe still a relationship with someone who maybe was also an earth sign like you, and there was an issue where Sagittarius here, where there was an issue with Aries also. I'm kind of picking up here too. So take it for how it resonates. You could have been in a relationship with one of them, Virgo, and then it's like things didn't really work out. So now you're nervous to really put yourself out there. You're not making the conscious effort. You're not making the conscious decision to put yourself out there. For some of you, this could be because you're still waiting on something that didn't blossom the last time. You didn't reap any fruits of your labor from this connection the last time. Why the fuck are you still waiting on it? That doesn't make any sense to me, but to each his own, I guess. For others of you, this is definitely something to say. Someone has something to say. Someone wants to speak. Someone wants to alleviate themselves on something. They feel very, you know what I'm saying, Virgo, this could be you with this anxiety card. But again, this could be someone in reference to you. For a lot of you, this feels like someone in reference to you. So maybe you're cross-watching for a Virgo. If you need to cross watch for your other videos. You know what I'm saying? But this feels very like, I'm so super single, yeah, but someone's definitely still kind of like having a thing for you. Someone wants to speak to you. Someone hasn't made the conscious decision to take that leap of faith to alleviate themselves of their own worries and anxieties and like boggled down, burdened down thoughts. They haven't taken a leap of faith. They haven't stepped out on faith to say anything and reach out to you, because for some of you, they feel like you're going to reject them or they will be rejected. So they just haven't said anything. Again, this is someone who, again, maybe acted like they wanted this and wanted that and came up so stable, and who acted like they had a whole lot of money, but then you realize that their motherfucking money tree was actually really dry and shit. Nine of Pentacles reverse. And maybe you still was trying to be a level of patient with them or some shit like that. They weren't as stable as they acted like it. They weren't as stable as they seemed. They weren't as secure in themselves, financially well off as they tried to portray to be. Give me this Nine of Pentacles energy. What time are we at? 11 minutes. Give me this Nine of Pentacles energy. Yeah. Five of Swords is also reversed. This is someone who probably could have hid something from you because they didn't want to fight and argue with you. They maybe thought they were going to clear out some obstacles first. I'm picking up too. Yeah, Queen of Swords reversed. They didn't really want to say nothing to you, probably, Virgo, because they felt like you was going to kind of tear into them real clear. But see, there's that Ten of Pentacles coming back up again. But see, I mean, at the end of the day, you can't sell me no dream. Ten of Pentacles is here. We're going to have to actually work through this. That's the point of the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, the practical effort of the thing. Okay, we going to be together. We going to get married. We're going to have a family. So how we going to do that? We've been dating. Next step, marriage. Boom. Next step, we going to have to move in together. Let's talk about shared bank accounts. Let's talk about finances and how you feel like you need to spend your money and how I want to spend my money, because that's what really make us partners. That's what's really going to work. Where are we going to move at? You might want to move here. I might want to move here. Let's pick a place in the middle. Right? It's like Ten of Pentacles is the practical effort of the thing. Ten of Cups is the fantasy of the thing. I want a happy wife, happy life. I want a dog and a white picket fence. I want 2 kids, 1 girl, 1 boy. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's the fantasy of the thing. Realistically, how are we really making that happen? This feels like somebody who, again, maybe showed up as that type of person, Virgo. Or you had to show up as that type of person. Take it for how it resonates. Either you had to show up as this type of person and it's like, oh, this ain't gonna work for me. You feel me? Because I'm showing up as this type of person, but I'm not really seeing it getting me nowhere, and my patience is wearing real thin because I'm trying to be as patient can be. Or this is someone you was dealing with who was acting like this is the type of person, oh yeah, I want this and I want that, and the practical effort of it, and then, you know what I'm saying, marriage and then this and all of this other shit, and that's not really what they was about. You realize they really didn't have the money that they thought. Yeah, they want to act like we gonna get a practical ring, but see, did they ever buy the ring? Oh yeah, we want this type of house and we gonna move here, okay, but are they actually scouting for the house? Did they put a down payment on in for the house? Do they have the credit for the house? Do they have the bank account, the finances for the house? What is the practical effort of the thing? This feels like someone who, again, portrayed to show up as that type of person, but that's not really who they are for real. Is my phone frozen? Anyway. Okay. Sorry, I told y'all I'm checking my food, so I'm trying to make sure that everything is everything. It looked like they're coming closer to my house, though, which is interesting. Oh, anyway. So where was I? Yeah. As we proceed to get into that, again, this feels like if someone where that resonates and they were really hiding it from you, they were portraying to be this type of person and not really this type of person, is given, maybe they thought they could clear out some obstacles first with this Five of Wands reverse. But then again, this is also kind of giving not really wanting to have conflict with you. Queen of Swords is here, Virgo, especially Virgo women. But Virgo men can kind of be like this too. I noticed the women to be a little more strict and stern about that though, where it's just like, what are you doing with your money and your finances? Okay, and then what are you doing with this and how are you doing with that? And no, 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 no. You know what I'm saying, Virgo? If you had to be this type of person and this was you, maybe this was your energy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is someone who really didn't have any questions and shit for you because they didn't want to argue with you because they know, when Virgo start asking me questions and shit, right? So it kind of give that. It kind of give this to someone who maybe hid that from you. This is a masculine is giving someone who portrayed to kind of be somebody that they not, and this feels like someone who might want to be speaking to you. If that's the case, they probably want to speak to you, but they ain't spoke to you. This Temperance card, where that applies to, makes me feel like maybe they're trying to wait it out. Confirm that for me with this Temperance card. Maybe they're trying to wait it out. Yeah, interesting. Hangwoman reversed. So yeah, this makes me feel like this could, where that applies, this is someone who feels like you could just be, again, generally withholding. Maybe they feel like in their mind eventually you'll come around. I don't know, Virgo, I'll let you be the judge of that. Okay, but I'm going to be completely honest. This Queen of Swords reverse in your energy, Virgo, feels like I don't see you coming around. Pisces energy could be here. I'm getting air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Pisces energy, Sagittarius energy, Aries energy. Okay, Virgo, I feel like this might be here, you and this King of Pentacles. I'm going to be honest, though. For those of you where this is you and you had to show up masculine and you had to show up in a relationship where you had to kind of handle business and, you know what I'm saying, you felt like the efforts and the energy and the time and the financial investments and things that you were investing in this connection weren't really getting you anywhere. This kind of feels like the same sort of energy. I see that there with you. I see, Virgo, you want that. You want a Ten of Pentacles. You want that. Again, practical effort energy. Okay. And I see you no longer willing to fight with anybody and or over explain yourself in order to get it. I see you simply just rejecting it now. I feel like it is giving a lot of people a lot of anxiety though. I feel like maybe they just don't know what to do with it. But then again, at the end of the day, Virgo, that's not really your problem. Give me one final card for Virgo. We're going to wrap this on up as we enter 17, 18 minutes. Yeah, Four of Wands reversed. This harmony. So whoever you've fallen out with, okay, I do feel like, again, even though you're single, they're still thinking about you. They're still really worried. They're still kind of holding on to you, Virgo. But I also feel like for you, who cares? I feel like whatever foundation has crumbled, let it crumble. Whatever disharmonies between you and somebody else, allow it to continue to be. I feel like shit, it might be bothering them, but I feel like you might sleep very, very good at night. And I think this is also allowing you to see things from a different perspective also, right? We are in eclipse season. It is y'all season. We do have we just had the new moon in Virgo. We have a solar eclipse in Virgo at the end of September. I know we have a lunar eclipse also in Pisces. So I feel like if it hasn't hit you already, Virgo, a lot of different perspectives. A lot of different perspectives. If you've been feeling stuck, a lot of no longer feeling stuck. If this is you having a lot of worry and burden thoughts about somebody, I feel like you might actually be set free. I feel like whoever, if this is somebody else having burdensome thoughts about you, I feel like they're going to continue kind of having these burdensome thoughts about you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's something in their face that they just didn't see. But again, that seems like it's no longer your problem. You're no longer being stuck. You're seeing things from different perspectives. You're seeing the glass half full instead of half empty. And again, whatever disharmony ain't there, whatever you fell out with, whatever foundations then gave up, let it be. Bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Pentacles, but then you also have the Four of Wands? Yeah. 44 is here. Again, you are protected, Virgo. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you're fine. One monkey don't stop no show. So, at the end of the day, keep going, keep moving. I hate that this person crowded your so single message, but it's giving, yeah, either you or they haven't let go yet. So, I mean, you'll have to figure out what you're doing about that. Okay, thank you again so much for tuning in. I deeply appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you over on the next video. Bye.